What's up, faithful? What's up, family? Welcome to 49ers Breakdown. My name is Aaron Noble. I'm excited to get in here and do a little bit of Saturday night, late night football, some breakdown, and, just see about what we can come up with this first legitimate action for Trey in the NFL regular season. So he played the second half versus Seattle after Jimmy got hurt. If you guys see me looking up like that, sometimes it's because I have a monitor up here. So that's kind of where I'm looking at the game and whatnot. But I'm excited to be with you. And if you could, like, share, subscribe. And if you have any questions, you guys want me to break down anything specific, I would like to do that. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this game. Trey started the second half in this game. And there were some ups and downs to be expected, right? To be thrown in. He didn't prepare all week with the first team. And so it's interesting, though, kind of Kyle's play calling strategies when Trey's in the field. It completely changes, right? It's almost like we become like a single wing team. A lot of read options. But with that said, let's take a look. And I think we can be encouraged by what we saw from Trey's first real regular season action against Seattle this last year, 2021. So we got 1st and 10 after the kickoff. And, I think that the personnel groupings that we see Kyle use with Trey are similar to what he would use with Jimmy. But the main difference would be formations. So while the personnel groupings are very similar, the formations are different. We can see here that the Niners come out in 21 personnel, and but they're in pistol. They're in pistol, and Trey Sermon actually gets featured a little bit in this game, so we're going to be able to see Trey run the rock a little bit, and that'll be interesting to see kind of what comes of that, right? Because of course, Trey Sermon did not have his the best first year. So what they're doing here is they're running a zone read concept, and Trey actually does a good job bursting. I like the concept. I don't mind it at all, to be quite honest with you. So basically, we're reading this guy right here, and Niners do a good job at the point of attack, washing the defensive tackle down, getting up to the next level, okay, and leading up. So really, if there's a little bit better angles taken there, if Juice can square up to that guy, I think we might have a bigger gain. But because it's kind of a dual read for the quarterback, this is a double option play, right? He can hand it off or he can take it to the outside. So with that said, nice play all around. Let's look at it one more time. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So on this play, we're reading this guy. If he's to come hard down and take the running back, then Trey's going to keep it to the outside. You're going to see Juice is going to become a lead blocker, but ideally he actually is blocking for Trey if Trey keeps. So that's why when Juice comes through this hole, his body position is with his hips to the outside to seal the outside, because if this guy was to take him, then now Trey's running up outside here or inside here. So that's why Juice has this position. However, if Juice squares this guy up, well, then now that guy's probably not getting a hand on the tackle. With that said, solid gain. A really good play. Little zone read option with the lead blocker. It resembles their split option or their split zone concepts, except for he doesn't kick out the end. Now he's carrying up to the backer. 11 personnel, 1st and 10 here. So they get a good gain on 1st down, and very similar play but opposite way. Okay, so they're running basically the same play but opposite way. So what we have here is a zone read to the front side. So instead of reading the back side, it's a zone read to the front side, okay? And notice we're slipping out to the second level here. We're slipping out to the second level. And Trey's reading this guy. If this guy's going to stay wide, he's just going to hand that ball off. And if that guy was to squeeze down, Trey would be following Juice as the lead blocker to the outside. So instead of a backside read option, zone read option, this is a front side zone read option play. Once again, good play call, nice gain. Okay, sets up a a nice second and short, a 2nd and 3 here. So the Niners come out in 11 personnel with trips to the top of the screen. This might actually be 21 personnel. I can't tell if that's juice right there. We'll see in a second here. But notice the kind of the odd front or the under look, okay? So the strength is to this side. So you'd think you'd have a 3-tech over here, but you don't. They put the 3-tech to the other side. So it's kind of an under look, which in a lot of cases, you can see he's not head up with the center. He's in a shade. But it kind of works as like an odd front. It can work well against zone schemes. Seattle's kind of famous for that under front. So this is 21 personnel. That is juice right there. And Seattle does a good job of disguising coming late. Adams is walking up here, and he's going to blitz, okay? So with that said, Trey does the right thing because he's a free runner and hands the ball off, okay? Problem is that because of the front they came out in, they had numbers. So typically Trey would be reading this guy, right? But in this play, if this guy comes down, he gets pressured, Trey's going to want to throw the ball out here. But this guy's going to eat his lunch. He's going to be right in his face before he can make that throw. It's really tough. When in doubt, as an option, when you're an option quarterback, whenever you're running any type of zone read or any double option, dual option, RPO type stuff, when in doubt, you're going to want to hand that ball off. So he does the right thing here because Adams is coming fast off the edge. He's in the throwing lane to Debo on the bubble. Not only that, he could potentially get to him by the time he sets up and throws, right? So with that said, they were just in a good position there to make a play. So this is actually a counter or a power, okay? So it's a power concept. Some teams will call it counter because what you're going to have is you're going to have a kick by the guard and a pull up by the tackle, okay? So see, the guard's looking to kick, the tackle's looking to pull, but unfortunately, we're missing blocks underneath. So let's take a look here and see how they beat us here. Again, because he's shaded, that makes this difficult on the 49ers offensive line. Now, what's interesting is he's shaded, but he's still able to cross the face of Brunskill. So that's not a good look for Brunskill. And, that's really not a good look at all. Brunskill is definitely serviceable, but I've noticed in this game he did not play his best football. In addition, the offensive line was out of sync. You guys remember the offensive line was out of sync early in the year, so it's not really a surprise in a lot of ways, right? We're not surprised by that. So with that said, the Niners are in a 3rd and 4 situation. Okay, so 3rd and 4, they come out in 11 personnel. Okay, and let's see what we got here. 11 personnel, and now they're running that same. It's the same kind of concept. Okay, so now as you look to the top of the screen, this is going to be a zone read now, but the leverage here on this on this play, when you got a safety like Adams, right, who can come off the edge, or you have these aggressive like Diggs, they have these aggressive safeties in Seattle that can really fill the alley. Okay, so these forced defenders here, both of these guys are playing off the edge. This makes it really hard for Trey to understand if he should read this guy or this guy. Okay, now with that being said, this play here is going to be, that's Cannon in the backfield, I believe. So he's reading this player here. Okay, that guy stays home, right? So now Trey's going to carry the ball and run upfield. Now, what's interesting in this play is Brunskill actually two times in a row he gets beat here. But also in this play, Trent pulls up early. So what we want to see here is this play coming off tackle, right? When you're running a counter or a power play, you want this going through BC gap. What Trent does is Trent kind of comes up and bullies the A gap. What we see from Lakin is a good job getting his kick. Juice gets up to the 2nd level. But Trent turns up here and kind of bodies up on a double team. Really, Trent should be coming around the corner. But the real problem on this play here is Brunskill's got a safety in the gap right here. And this guy beats him. And it's really unfortunate because we get to watch, see this right here? Now, this play is designed to come off tackle, so Brunskill's head should be to the outside. So the only way this guy can beat him would be to go underneath the block. But right off the bat, he's got his head in the wrong position. So this guy, who's not nearly the weight and size as Brunskill, is able to hit and shed and make the play. Let's take a look at it again. So you'll see right here, at the point of attack, Brunskill gets a good release, but his head placement's bad, hit and shed, and this guy makes the play on a 3rd and 4. This is actually a good play call. So where's the problems here? There's 2 problems. Trent pulls up in the A gap instead of carrying his pull around through the BC gap on this power/counter look here, okay? Trey Lance does a good job with his read because he's reading this guy. This guy stays home, so he keeps the ball. And then Brunskill misses his block here. Let's watch it in full speed. You'll see this guy hit and shed and make the play. Hit, shed, comes up, makes the play. There's no excuse there, right? A guy like Brunskill, your starting right guard, and I'm actually a Brunskill fan because he's cheap and he plays hard, right? So he's serviceable. But when I see something like that, it kind of makes me cringe, to be quite honest with you, because you have a safety hybrid linebacker guy standing in the A gap and he's backpedaling to start. He's literally going backwards. Watch this. He's going backwards. I mean, come on. Get your head in the right side. Sink your feet. Get a base. Get your head on the outside. Shoot your hands, Brunskill, and maul this guy. He's half your size, right? And then again, Trent comes up, and I don't know what Trent's doing. I don't know why he's trying to hit this guy. That's not what he's supposed to do. If anything, he's supposed to pull up and get back or get to the second level. But nonetheless, this is the problem, the real problem here with this hybrid guy beating Brunskill and making the play. So what starts as a promising drive, unfortunately, stops right there. And it's kind of discouraging in a way, because, you see what could have been. And that's why it takes all 11. That's why I like watching the all 22s. It takes all 11 guys or the play's going to break down. Now, I don't mind the play call. I'd like for Kyle to have a little bit more confidence in Trey on 3rd down, but you understand the play call because, again, Trey's getting his first playing time to start the second half of this game, right? So the next drive for the Niners starts on their 26 here, and looks like they're in 21 personnel, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is Juice right here in the slot, and Kittle may be in motion at the tight end. Trey under center here, ace formation look. So let's run it back here. Okay, now this is his first throw of the game, and unfortunately, this is lazy, lethargic, inexcusable, and a learning experience for Trey. It's just that simple. As much as I love Trey, this is a learning experience, okay? No matter how simple the throw is, we can never have lazy mechanics. We have to come out here, deliver the ball, fire the ball. Everything looks good, but unfortunately, real lazy there at the release. Real lazy at the release. You can see by how tall he's standing up there, and the ball just, look where that's delivered. Okay, so that ball obviously needs to be out on the front side hip. You don't want it too high, but on the front side hip. And, again, he just got real lazy towards the end of his roll. He knew he had a little bit of easy money there. And instead of really making sure, focusing to the end of the throw, he kind of rises up, falls away from the throw, and it goes behind Juice. So that's just a learning experience, you guys. That's a simple mistake. That's a simple mistake that's very coachable that, Trey's going to make this throw, right, 18 out of 20 times, right, with his eyes closed. So I like the play call by Kyle. Okay, we got the guy in the flat. We got the crosser coming, on the drag that's going to be, open if he doesn't want to get the ball here. But Trey's got to really see this through. He's got to finish, right? He's got to make sure that his mechanics stay strong even on the simple stuff, right? Because this is where things catch you. Now, what I like is Trey claps his hands right there, as you can see. He's unhappy with himself. He knows one got away from him right there, and he feels pathetic about it, as he should. But that's really the first mistake that Trey's made. And again, a rookie, he's going to be expected to make a few mistakes. So with that said, 2nd and 10, an inexcusable play from Trey, but a simple mistake. Again, lazy, lethargic, learning experience, right? So that one he's going to learn from. Not the biggest deal. It's not like he threw a pick 6, right? But it is an easy layup. It's a missed layup is essentially what it is, right? So the Niners come out here. They look to be in 22 personnel. Okay, so we got 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, and 2nd and 10. Little motion to balance it out here, balance out our front. So we got tight ends on both sides of the ball here. And what we're running here is just an outside zone with the lead here. So this is outside zone with the lead. That linebacker does a good job coming up and turning the play inside. But Trey Sermon does a decent job cutting back. Now what you want to see from Trey Sermon is once he sticks his foot in the ground, get north and south and put your head down, right? Trey kind of what I call, or that might even be Trenton Cannon. No, that's Sermon. So once he gets to that spot right there, see how his feet stop? See how his feet stop and he gets squared? He starts to waffle. What you want to see him do is carry his momentum and split those guys, right? Because he could end up here instead of there. So he's trying, that's just the difference between college and the NFL. And this is kind of why Trey didn't get as much playing time. It's not that he was so bad, but he got dinged up. And there's just some little things that the Niners won't handle. Good job right there. Okay, you make your cut. Now you're vertical, and you need to stay vertical. You need to stay vertical. Use your speed, use your power. He tries to waffle, cut, make another move. Niners are not about that. That's not the running scheme. It's never been their running scheme. They're one cut and go. One cut and go. So that's a lot of why you didn't see Trey Sermon really get a lot of play, is because he was used to kind of, using that athleticism to make people miss. 11 personnel here. Okay. So 11 personnel on 3rd and 4. What are we going to see here? What are we going to see? Okay. So Niners, interesting here. Now this is pre-snap. Okay. So here's what's interesting in the NFL and in college also. If I'm a defense, look, they're showing an exotic look. This looks like a zero concept. And Trey's sniffing this out, and he's thinking, oh, if this guy's coming off the edge, I got guys wide open out here. I got guys wide open, right? So Trey thinks he's got numbers to this side. Why? Well, because look, they got 2 guys outside leverage of these 2 guys right here, right? And he's got inside leverage here. He thinks he's got money out here. He thinks he's got an open area to throw the football. But what happens is when a quarterback puts his head down, right? When a quarterback puts his head down to get the snap, the defense moves. And that's the best time to move as a defense is when the quarterback puts his head down to get the snap, right? So we have a double slant concept on 3rd and 4. Trey actually, if he's coming to this side, he makes the right read because this guy's going to sit here. And by the time Trey releases the ball, it should be out now. Okay, it should be out now. It's out a little late, okay, and it's a little bit behind. So again, that's kind of dangerous. Timing's off, but again, he didn't have a week to, really get into the practice, really get warmed into what they wanted to do. And, it's good he didn't throw the ball here. He might have been able to come under here, but by the time he goes from that to that to that, this guy's probably on that. So, with that said, he's got a free runner coming at him right there. You see this guy, free runner at him? So he makes the throw, not the best throw in the world, not the worst throw, ultimately 4th down. Okay, so those 2 drives, you see Trey make 1 mistake so far. And with that said, I don't think Kyle's done a horrible job calling plays for him. And I don't think that Trey's done a horrible job making reads. I think that you're just in a position here where they still don't have the best continuity, right? Both offensively, the offensive line, Trey and Kyle getting on the same page. And of course, Trey's still a rookie, very early on in the season. And so it's challenging for him. Okay. It's just, it is what it is, so, but with that said, we'll get to his 3rd possession here. All right. So in this possession, we see the Niners come out with what looks to be 21 personnel, twins receiver set to the bottom of the screen, 3 surface side to the top. Okay. And again, they're getting kind of this under look where it's almost like an odd front, right? But this guy's in a shade. Makes it really difficult to understand which way they're going to stunt, which way they're going to slant. And Seattle's famous for running this under front. So 1st and 10 on our own 11. And the Niners are running a G read concept. So this guy right here is whose Trey is reading. Okay. This is a G read concept. What do I mean by that? It's called a G read because it's a gap scheme and the guard is pulling. So the G read concept. So you can see right here, we got a kick out coming right here. We got a double team at the point of attack, down blocks across the board, pulling up with the guard, and Trey is reading this guy right here. So this is a G read concept. Trey makes the right read, and Sermon does a good job. But see how Sermon slows his feet towards the end of the run? This is a consistent issue that Sermon has. So once again, we got a 3 surface side to the top of the screen, 21 personnel. We're going to get a double at the point of attack. We're going to get a G pull, right? We're going to get a kick out from our fullback, and Trey is reading this defensive end right here. Okay, so Trey makes the right read. Okay, that guy's sitting. See how he's sitting right there? So Trey hands the ball off. And Sermon does a good job. But once Sermon gets there, you want to see him put his head down and make that guy, right? This is why the Niners like TDP. This is why the Niners like TDP. Because TDP is not going to slow his feet here and let this guy make the tackle or get in. He's going to hit that and try to run that guy over. That's the idea. That's why the Niners like TDP, is because when he gets to the second and third level, he's trying to lower his shoulder. But as you can see from that play, Sermon kind of, see how he does a lot of this. A lot of this. In the NFL, this don't work for a guy his size, right? And it really doesn't work for anybody. You got to get that one cut and go. Use your speed, break tackles. Okay? So Niners are coming out here in 22 personnel with the 4 surface side. Okay? So we're overloading the top of the screen here. 2nd and 3, short yardage situation. Pistol set. Let's see what we got here. Again, now this is a little bit more of a true odd front. Because of the 4 surface side, the nose scoots over. He's still in kind of a top shade, but you could call that a 0. But this is, they're basically slide their under over to an over to compensate for the 4 surface side here. Okay, so the Niners are running. Let's see. I think this is a power concept. Let's see if we get a G pull here. Yeah, we get a G pull. We're getting the kick out. But see how that's just garbage. I mean, I've been a proponent of Brunskill. I'll be honest with you. But the more I break down some of his film from early in the year, I'm like, man, you played better at the end of the year. But some of this stuff, he's very serviceable. He's inexpensive. He plays his butt off. But if we could bring somebody in to beat him out, that would be tremendous. With that said, let's look at this again, because it's not just him that misses their block here. Now, what happens sometimes when you got a team that runs so much zone concepts, to come in and start running G concepts, gap concepts, it's difficult. It's a completely different steps, completely different hand placement, completely different head placement. Gap schemes to zone schemes are 100% different, way different. It's not as simple as you think at all. And so for the Niners to be able to run both, I actually like a lot. But for them to be able to do both excellent is a great challenge, even with a great offensive line coach. So just by numbers here, we should be able to get a double here, a double here. Now these doubles go up to backer. Okay, we're going to cut off the backside here, and we're going to pull the G. Okay, but as the play goes, and I'll circle this back, you guys. As the play goes here, we'll let's just watch it run. But watch what we get here at the point of attack, okay? This guy, we do a good job at the point of attack. Okay, that's a good job at the point of attack there. Okay, how do we do here? We do a good job there. But right there, that's what happens. See how it takes all 11? See how it takes all 11? Okay, so we're in a place here where basically we got to be able to dig this guy out. We got to be able to dig this guy out. And he does a good job of, see how he engages right there? He does a good job of engaging and posting. Now Brunskill's pulling up, and he doesn't really know who to get, because he's not supposed to block that guy. He's supposed to come up and get backer. To be honest with you, what we'd like to see is this backer here play outside leverage, right? We want him to play out here so we can kick him out and we can send our tight end up to this backer. So this guy does a really good job of kind of wrong arming, okay, stepping down into the gap, using his hands, posting, taking on another blocker, and turning that inside. That's a strong play by that player right there. That's a good job by him. So on a second and short, we should have had a first down. If you draw this up on paper, that should be a first down. If I'm going to get real detailed with this, if I'm going to dig that guy out, if I'm going to dig this guy out, I got to make sure that my head is on the inside. and I'm attacking his inside shoulder. But if you watch that block there, if you watch that block, see how this guy's able to get his head square? Once he's square, now he can post and separate. I need my head to be on the inside of this guy because I need my hips to be able to turn him out. But instead, now we're square and he's able to post and he's able to separate and make the play. Now what that enables them to do is get their backer to fill, and now Juice is out here blocking on a corner. Okay, so that's a good job defensively by them kind of stirring up the play there, kind of muddying the waters of that play, just from a schematic concept standpoint. Now, here the Niners come out in an interesting personnel grouping. Okay, it's basically 12 personnel. You got 2 tight ends to the top of the screen, and the running back is Juice. Okay. Now, when you see this type of formation, you're thinking run. So sometimes by even personnel grouping. So when you see that personnel grouping with that formation, you're still thinking run because it's 2 tight ends. So if I'm Seattle, I'm playing the run first on that, and that's exactly what they do. So it becomes a little bit more tough. And again, you got 5 down linemen, and what becomes an over concept when they get a 1, 2, 3, 4 surface side. So when they get that 4 surface side, it becomes an over concept. Okay. And because they're muddy in the waters, you got some guys coming completely unblocked. Now this is a little embarrassing. Okay. Quite frankly. Now what we should have seen here is a double right here. We should be double here, up to backer. Okay, and the reason is because there's nowhere for there's no backer out here that we need to block. So really, ultimately, this guy's stepping down, but he's got to be the force defender if we kick this guy out. Just the way they're lined up. But what happens is our tackle releases. It's just all bad. See that? I mean, Trent makes something out of nothing. But the way Seattle is, and this is early on in the year, we're trying to get a lot of chemistry going with our line. We do a good job here. I don't know if that's I don't think that's definitely not a trap. Okay, so our trap's going to be run between your B gaps here, your 0 to 2 holes, and then your counters or your powers are going to be run out here, in your C gap, your 3 to 5 holes, or your 4 to 6 holes. So as we look at this play develop, we want to be able to get this guy blown off the ball. That guy should have been double teamed, but instead we got Trent running to nowhere. Literally nowhere. He's going to a backside backer. He should have at least got his face into it's just the waters are muddied by the defensive front. But this guy gets off the ball well. That guy should have been doubled. Okay, we get a double on that guy. Everything's looking a lot better. Nonetheless, and this guy would have been blocked because he would have had him and Trent would have had Wagner, right? With that said, 3rd and 1, and Niners are able to get a first down. So we do get a first down on the play. Now on first down, I like the play concept because out of these formations here, okay, this is 21 personnel. Out of these formations, we're doing a lot of run read plays. So Kyle dials up a nice play here. Now, this is what they call a switch concept. Okay, so these guys are switching. And what I like about this is because they've been running the ball, watch what Debo does here. Debo's going to come out with his hands. See his hands right there? He's making him look like he's going to block him. Then he goes out to the up. Out to the up. Okay, so if this is cover 1, right here, that's Jamal's man. But Jamal's he's fooled by the hands of Debo. And then when they do the switch concept, right? When they do the switch concept, what do I mean by switch? Well, he's coming out and he's coming in. So this is a switch concept. See how they switch right there? Okay, and he's going on an out and up or a chair, kind of a wheel route. Trey does a good job, okay, I don't have to throw this perfect because he's wide open. There's no reason to try to shoot it over the top and miss. I'm just going to throw it to him because there's nobody around. So that looks underthrown. It looks kind of ugly, but at the same time, it's a smart play. It's a smart play because you don't want to miss. You just don't want to miss on a play like that. So this is a good first down call, making it look like a split zone concept. Nice little play action by Trey. Good patience. Way to sit down in the pocket, deliver the ball, getting a guy pushed into your face. Really nice play by the Niners, right? So we'll watch this in full speed here just so you guys can see it. This is a great first down play call because, again, they've been running a lot of pistol, 21 personnel. Watch Debo come out, do a little shuttle. He's going to put his arms out like he's blocking, and then he's going to run that out and up. The switch concept, because he's running the dig. Debo's going to run the out and up. Trey does a good job on the play fake, and this is a great complementary play to the plays they've been running out of pistol, the split zones, the zone reads, etc. So on first down, when you're expecting run, this is a great play call. Once you see that, that's nice. Let's watch it. Debo puts his arms out like he's going to block, releases out. Okay, the ball's underthrown a little bit, but when you have somebody this open, the last thing you want to try to do is lead them down the field and miss them. So while it looks a little ugly, again, just get him the ball, right? Does that make sense? Just get him the ball. And that's what Trey does. And Trey does a really nice job on the play action. Good sell, way to set your feet, get him the ball, wide open, touchdown. Okay, so nice play call. Way to get him the ball. He's wide open. You don't have to try to force it, down the field and miss him. Just get him the ball. So nice. I mean, it's a nice play call. Now here they get a little bit of offsides. They were going to go for 2, and then what happens ultimately is they go for 1. So as we get to his next possession, I mean, you've only seen truly one mistake from Trey so far. And the only mistake it was an underthrown ball to Juice in the flat. It was lazy, it was lethargic, and it was a learning experience, right? So, I mean, it's not like he threw a pick 6. It's something simple. And again, he's starting the second half unexpectedly, and he didn't prepare with the first team all week. You can't really shake your head too much of what he's doing here. He's running the right plays. He's made all the right reads as far as his zone read concepts are concerned. The RPO concept that we saw, he's made all the right reads. So as we get to his next drive, consider the fact that we've only seen one mistake so far from Trey, and it was simply just an underthrown ball. I mean, how many underthrown balls does Jimmy make? Not let alone just really bad throws, right? And I'm not a Jimmy hater. I'm just speaking truth. All right, a little bunch concept to the bottom of the screen. Looks like 21 personnel. I believe that's probably Juice there. I can't really tell. We're going to see here. It's a little blurry for me. So as we get a closer look here. Okay, so actually what we're looking at is, two running backs, tight end, 2 receivers. So we got 21 personnel here on 1st and 10 from San Francisco's 15. And this is a front side zone read concept. Okay. Now on this play, we would have liked to see Trey keep it. Okay. So on this play, Trey doesn't make the right read. Okay. Because this is Hyder and he's inside edge here. So now because we have down blocks, we're going to go and we're going to read this outside guy. Well, what happens? He closes down hard. And we got a body on him. So what we want to see is this guy comes around and hooks. We want to see the fake here and Trey running with this ball. Watch. Okay. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world if he hits it and gets it, but Sermon just is a little bit uneasy about it. He wants to try to make more money out of stuff than that is there sometimes. He's got to see those 2 jumps. I'm telling you, the Niners don't want to see that. The Niners do not want to see that. What the Niners want to see is him hit that, not 2 steps, 1 step. Now put your head down. Okay, so a little bit of too much of this, too much waffling his feet, but nonetheless, we do get 3 yards. Looks like 11 personnel, trips to the top of the screen, and a little Ayuk motion here, play action, and Trey makes the right read, but the ball gets batted down. Unfortunate. Look at this window he's got right here. So let's watch this again. Little play action call here. Okay, making it look like a G, right? Because the guard's pulling, little fly sweep look here, and he's got a dig coming right here. So watch this. See this window right here that's about to hit? Trey's throwing in that window right there. This is going to be a money ball. But what happens? He's got a guy in his face. So again, people are like, well, what did he make? I was like, look, Unfortunately, what we see here is Al Woods just completely. Al Woods is a big old boy, man. I tell you, look at this guy. He gets the back. He gets the best of Lakin right here. Just pushes Lakin around, and he's right in the way to bat that ball. Boom, bats the ball down. Otherwise, we got see that window that was there. Let's watch that again. And just the first time we watch this, watch Al Woods. Al Woods is gonna get on Lakin and just muscle him. Look at that. Bats the ball down. Okay. Now this time we watch it. Let's look at the window that Trey's trying to throw to. Okay. So we got two route concept. One guy's going to take that guy down. Second guy's coming on a dig. See that window? Trey's trying to hit that window. And I mean, Trey makes the right read. He makes the right read, but unfortunately, man, it just did not get the protection. Now I'm going to pause it right there. Look, Trey's going to throw the ball to this dig. He wants to hit this right about here. This is perfect. This is just absolutely. He's got the right read. Everything's there. Unfortunately, he can't get the protection he needs from Lakin, the guy that just got all that money. He can't get the protection he needs to be able to make the play. Unfortunate. Puts us in a 3rd and 7 situation. So now the Niners are at 3rd and 7, 11 personnel. They come out with a little bit of max protection. And Trey's got to try to step up in the pocket. Some late developing routes. Okay, they're kind of in a press look on the outside. So what this looks like to me is actually they're falling into cover 2. Okay, so those guys are turning those receivers inside. They're staying outside leverage, and they're falling into a cover 2. You can see the middle linebacker getting a lot of depth there over the middle. And unfortunately, okay, so this is the problem. 3rd and 7, and they're showing like an all-out blitz. So this puts pressure on the line. This puts pressure on Trey. And because they're kind of in these press techniques on the outside, it doesn't allow for the receivers to get open now. So by the time Trey needs to be able to make reads, everybody's covered up. We got a triangle of guys on one guy here. These guys are all guarded here. The only thing he's got is his check down, right? But he's got a guy screaming off the edge right there, right in the view. He's got another guy pressuring there, so he's got to kind of vacate this way. And, I tell you, this is what's sad about this, is they're actually only rushing 4 guys. Okay, this guy's going to make a nice cut. They're going to loop around the outside on this stunt. Okay, and a little twist concept. They call it an Eddie. And Trey tries to step up and make a play, but there's really just nothing cooking. So, not much he could do. Not much he could do. I'm just being 100% honest. I can't blame Trey. He would have had a beautiful pass there on that dig to Debo had the ball not get batted down. But Lakin just got bullied by Al Woods. What do you do? I mean, you can't blame Trey on that. It's just not his fault. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because what we want to see is Trey be able to, we want to be able to protect the kid and give him opportunities to make plays, right? That's what we want to see for the kid. So with that said, let's jump back into his next drive. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looks like we have 11 personnel, unless we get a running back coming out of motion here. Okay, so 21 personnel. Juice is coming in motion, and I think this is probably going to be when they send Juice in motion like this. Typically, it's like a split zone. We'll see. Yeah, see, he's going to kick this end there. Split zone play action. Nothing cooking though. Everybody's covered. So let's run that back and look again. I like running play action on 1st down. They're running a split zone play action. Good protection. By the time he has this window here, this guy's falling back into that zone. He's got safety trying to take the top off here. That route hasn't come open yet. Just nobody really running free here. I want to see. All right, so that he's running the over route. Yeah, unfortunately, the way they run that over route, this guy's tracing really well. He's tracing that route really well. You got safety help coming over the top of that. he could potentially launch it deep, but by the time he does, these guys are even. He's got a better angle to that deep post, right? So there's really not a lot cooking for him, unfortunately. Does the best he can here and gets some positive yardage by scrambling. You could say force the ball downfield. I cannot blame Trey for holding on to this one and scrambling, right? Yeah, I mean, he gets what he can. A little hesitation there, and ultimately gets positive yardage on first down. So 2nd and 3 here, or excuse me, 2nd and 7, only a 3-yard gain. Same personnel. Okay, so we're looking at 21 personnel, Juice in the slot, a little trio concept. Juice comes in motion. Okay, they run the same type of concept with the split zone, but a different passing concept here. Okay, so what we're running here is we're running a hitch flat 2-man concept there, and the ball bounces off of Sherfield's chest. So finally, Trey gets a window. Finally, Trey gets protection. And what happens? The ball bounces off the receiver's chest. Are you going to tell me that he has to throw the ball not as hard? Don't throw the ball so hard, Trey. Well, look what happens if he doesn't throw it this hard. If he doesn't throw it this hard, it's a pick by Bobby Wagner. Look, Bobby almost gets there anyways. Don't throw the ball so hard, Trey. Look, John Elway was breaking fingers. Ask Vance Johnson. I say this over and over. Catch the doggone ball. That's right in your mitts. Catch the ball. Catch the ball, Sherfield. Seriously. Finally, Trey gets a little bit of protection. Okay, split zone play action concept. Nice job because we've been running this. Okay, he settles his feet, delivers a bullet right off the hands of Sherfield. Literally right off his hands, right off his chest. Puts it right on the money. Has to throw the ball with velocity because you got an all-pro middle linebacker lurking. Right? You got an all-pro middle linebacker lurking and almost gets there. But instead the ball just bounces right off of Sherfield's hands. So finally we give Trey some protection. He has an open window, right? And the receiver drops the ball. Can't blame Trey Lance. So far we've only seen one mistake from Trey Lance. And it was not a bad mistake. It was an underthrown ball. That's it. Not a pick six, nothing major. Okay, he's really doing the best he can do with what he's been given so far. And unfortunately, protection is broken down when he's had opportunities to make really nice plays. There's been some batted balls when he's tried to make some really nice plays. We're getting beat up front. But he's made all the right reads in the zone read and the RPO concepts that Shanahan has called. And, they're dropping the ball. So Niners come out here. And let's see. So that looks like a tight end. So 11 personnel, trips to the bottom of the screen here. And we're at 3rd and 7. So now it's 3rd and long. Okay. And Trey has to take off because he's running for his life again. So again, early on in the season, we had trouble protecting. Now, because it's 3rd and long, we're getting an exotic look, right? We're getting an exotic look. Oftentimes, Seattle will fall off into cover 2 or even quarters when they do this, but you don't know if they're going to bring guys or not. What do? They fall off. They're only rushing 4, right? But nonetheless, they're still able to split and force Trey to step up. And when he steps up, he's seeing this guy coming. So it's not like he can settle his feet and get back into throwing the football. He's got to take off. He does the best he can on 3rd and 7, comes up a little bit short. I'm telling you guys, Trey did not play nearly as bad as people think in this game. So far, there's only been one mistake by him. All right, the Niners come out and 22 personnel. We got 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, 1 receiver on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 on our own 29. All right. And the Niners come out and they're running a little boot. Okay, so this is play action to the short side of the field. Now I want what happens to Jimmy if he tries to make this play, right? Watch this. Whoop! And then delivers a little dime. This is a really nice play. Was that a perfect ball? No. But I mean, you guys, think about this. He's got pressure in his face. He's got a defensive end in his face. He can't break containment because he's got 3-on-1. So he works back in the progression to Debo here. Okay, so what does he do? Flips his hips, comes back and delivers the ball high enough to where it doesn't get batted down, but where his receiver can catch it, catches the ball on 4th and 1, makes a nice play. Come on. It's a nice play, Trey Lance. It's a nice play. What's up, Niner by nature, bro? I see you. I see you. How are you, fam? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, bro. I just seen your it's almost midnight for sure, bro. It's for sure. Yes, sir. Hey, man. I gotta get your email. I gotta get something from you because I made a meme, bro. I got a nice Trey meme that I think you would love. Do you think Trey can be as talented of a runner as Cam Newton? No. But he's already more talented as a passer. Cam was really special running the football. Here's the thing. I think he's really close to Cam. But I don't really want him to be Cam. I don't want my quarterback running as much as Cam, right? Does that make sense, Niner by nature? But let me just say this. He's already better as a thrower. And so I think that his combination enables him to be more lethal. Now, in today's NFL, you can't really hit the quarterback as hard as what they were doing with Cam. So you want to see him be able to run the football. But we got to remember just how generationally talented Cam Newton was running the football, right? He is very, very special. I see Trey Lance more towards like a Donovan McNabb as opposed to like a Cam Newton. More like a Russell Wilson as opposed to a Kyler Murray or a Lamar Jackson or a Colin Kaepernick. He's a guy that can use his feet very well. He's got the ability to run. Definitely don't get it twisted. But ultimately, I see him, bro, I see him as the real deal. I see him as a guy that can throw the ball, that can work from the pocket, that can use his feet, that can run the read option. There's nothing that the guy can't do, my brother. And so I like his, overall makeup more than I like Cam Newton's. And Cam was just a freak coming out of college, right? Just an absolute freak. But his specialty was running the football, as you pointed out. But this is a play right here that just shows his athleticism, right? It's just, for the Niners on 4th down, they come out and they run a play action here, which is probably a good call, but Seattle defends it well, where now they got numbers on us. What do? Right? You're going to see Jimmy slide right here. He's afraid to get hurt, right? He's afraid to get hurt. But Trey does a great job flipping his hips. You see how he settles back and throws the ball just high enough to get it over Wagner and hit Debo for a 1st down, right? So, I mean, you got to love that. And so far in this game, bro, he's only made one mistake. And that mistake was an underthrown ball. It was just an underthrown ball on a little pass to Juice in the flat. It was lazy. It was lethargic, but it was a learning experience for Trey, right? One of those, it was like, you know what it was? It was a missed layup. It's fast break. Missed layup. Just rolls off the rim. One of those embarrassing missed layups? That's what Trey did. He missed a layup. That's it. He didn't force a pick. He's made some excellent reads where he just got batted ball because Lake and Tomlinson got bullied by Al Woods. Brunskill's missed some blocks. He's had protection break down, but he hasn't made any big mistakes. So overall, Trey's done a good job so far. All his read options, the RPO that Kyle ran with him, he's made all the correct reads. So I can't complain at all right now on what Trey's doing. What do you think he worked on this offseason? I think he worked on, this is cliche, but I think he worked on everything. But here's the key, man. He had such a tremendous opportunity last season when he's playing the scout team quarterback for every other team, right? And he did it for Seattle twice. He did it for the Arizona Cardinals twice. So he gets to be Kyler Murray. He gets to be Russell Wilson for a week. Now he gets to see how other teams try to beat defenses. The learning that he did behind Jimmy preparing, because Jimmy learned from Tom Brady. The maturing he did overall, I think is just tremendous. So I think he's working on his all of his fundamentals. I think he's working on really making sure that the balls don't sail, right? So he doesn't want to overstride his front foot. He wants to make sure that he keeps his shoulders centered, right? And that he's following through with his wrist, making sure that he's really, if anything, that some of those balls over the middle are going low instead of high. So there's some detail stuff he's working on. But man, you got to be pleased with what we see from Trey and what he did his rookie year. Some of the misses that he made are very, very correctable. And I think Brian Greasy's putting him through some drills to correct some of those things, right? So I'm encouraged, brother. I'm encouraged by his rookie year, by what he was able to learn last year from Jimmy's and how Jimmy prepared, from playing all the other team's quarterbacks as the scout team quarterback, from the starts that he got, from the playing time he got. I think that it's just tremendous. Really, I think in the long run, it's best that he sat for a year. I really do believe that. I would have liked to see him play more. I was kind of hoping Jimmy would have been, more hurt than he was. And I never want anybody to be hurt. I don't mean that in a negative way. But, I'm excited, brother. But yeah, the little things, not overstriding, making sure you're following through and focusing on your fundamentals, your feet, your eyes, your shoulders, all the little things, right? But he does a good job. The guy already does a really good job. So not a ton to work on in the first place. So first down here, Niners come out in 21 personnel. They're looking at running a little split zone here. Split zone read concept. Okay, so this is a read concept here on first down. And I really like what they do here because it looks like it's kind of single back, but they got a fullback out here. Okay, but because they're running this under front, they're Seattle's doing a good job scheming this up, okay? Because they got a shade here. It makes it difficult for the Niners. Now, see how we got this guy blocked right here on the kick out so this is what's going to happen. He's going to get kicked here and they're going to loop here. But because he's sitting outside, Trey hands it off. This is interesting, but like I said, because they're running that under concept, they're running this under defense, this shade right here, they got 3 over 2. Just by formation here, the defense is actually in a beneficial position. Makes it really difficult for Trey to understand how to read this guy. Now, the first guy that comes through, he's going to carry on to the second level. He'll carry on to the second level. If this guy squeezes down, right, too far, then Trey's going to keep and run around the outside. But this guy does actually a pretty good job. See how he starts to come outside a little bit? And then you got Wagner filling up in the hole. So because this guy is showing outside here, Trey hands it off like he should. And then Sermon, where are you going, bro? You don't want nothing to do with Bobby Wagner. Look at that. He just runs into his own guy. He don't want nothing to do with Wagner, bro. Oh, come on, Sermon. We got to be better than that, right? We got to be better than that. Shifty, what's up, bro? What's up, Shifty? Hey, man, I like your channel. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, 100% through the roof. Just really, really well balanced across the board. And yeah, I agree 100%, Shifty, man. I like your channel, man. Thank you for being here, brother. You guys want to jump online with me and break this down, feel free to hit that link at the top. Niner by nature, my guy. Why do you think Kyle runs the read option with Trey if he's not that type of runner like Cam Newton? I can't compare Trey to anyone. I get it. Well, like I said, Russ Wilson, they run the read option with Russ. They run the read option with Kyler Murray. They run it, of course, with Lamar Jackson. They were running it with Kaepernick. They're running it with Cam. But if I were to compare, say, if I were to put these guys in running, I would say that, from a pure runner standpoint, Cam Newton and Colin Kaepernick are better runners than Trey Lance. But Trey Lance is a better thrower than Cam Newton and Cam Newton and Kaepernick. Okay, so when I'm looking at Cap and Cam, I'm thinking, okay, they might have a little bit more top end speed, maybe a little bit more physicality in the run game from Cam, but Trey's close. I kind of look at Trey as a taller Russell Wilson, bro. He's kind of a taller Russell Wilson, kind of a Donovan McNabb 2.0. Part of the reason why I think you see Kyle running so much of the zone read, it's because he knows how much stress it puts on the defense. It puts a ton of stress on the defense. And so while I do think he's very close to Cam, while I do think he's very close to Cap, as far as running the ball, I just wouldn't say that he's all the way there. You know what I mean? But I do think he's better at throwing the football than those guys. And yes, our guy, bro, he is fire. No question about it. No question about it. And it's very difficult to compare Trey to somebody, though, brother. I see what you're saying. It's difficult to compare Trey to anybody. But I would say he's more of like a taller Russell Wilson. You know, Russell will run the zone read. But, you know, I'm hoping the Niners are going to start to use Trey more like Russell was used in his prime. Let him create when the play breaks down. You can use him in some of these zone read situations, just not so much of it, right? Just not so much of it. But don't get me wrong. I think he's very close to a guy like Cam or Kaepernick. I just don't think he has that top end speed like Cap, but he's a much better thrower than Cap. So that's that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So let's continue on with this breakdown, gentlemen. Again, feel free to jump on the live if you want to chat and break it down with me. We're at 1st and 10. All right. We have 21 personnel. They're going to be running a zone read to the front side, but because again of that under concept, it makes it really tough on who Trey should read. And unfortunately, Trey Sermon runs into the back of his offensive lineman, so we get a short game there, a short gain. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You might have said, yeah, maybe I want Trey to keep that, right? Maybe I want him to keep that. Well, that makes sense, but at the same time, we got to remember this. If you've ever coached football and you run zones, any type of what that's called a double option, whether it's read option, whether it's speed option, it's a double option. Whenever you're running an option play, you give and live. You give and live, family. Does that make sense, you guys? You give and live. If you're ever uncertain, you hand the ball off. So he did the right thing from that standpoint. It's hard to analyze this game considering all week long they didn't plan on having Trey out there. I think Trey did very solid in this one, all things considered. 100% Shifty. 100%, brother. No question. Woo! Bro. Steve McNair, though, I mean, these guys could really, really run. You know, Steve McNair, bro, but you're right. You're right, bro. I see what you're saying. But yeah, to me, bro, he's a tall Russell Wilson. You know, he's a tall Russell Wilson. You guys are making great points. And, ultimately, we got a good one. We got a good one under center. I think we can all agree about that. 2nd and 9 here, and Shifty made a great point. He didn't even prepare for these guys all week. He was playing scout team quarterback, right? He's coming in at halftime. Give him a week to prepare, right? And, of course, he's a rookie, so he's going to make a few mistakes. But when you're running zone read, when you're running double option plays, any type of double option, you give and live. And that's when he has uncertainty, you hand the ball off. You give and live to play another down, and that's what he's done. 11 personnel here, 2 receiver bunch to the top of the screen. And once again, Trey's getting he's getting harassed. He's getting harassed in the pocket, you guys. Look at this. Okay. So they're in more of a true 50 front here. You can see he's in a 0. It looks like he's head up. True 50 front. Okay. Niners come out in 11 personnel, true ace formation. And we're running a little play action zone, and we just get beat off the edge. Jeez. Okay. So unfortunately, good old McGlinch already has his hips turned and his feet narrow. So that's bad. You already know that's all bad. And of course, this guy gets around the corner. So right when Trey's looking to set his feet, he's getting hit. And now he's got to reset and come off schedule. Now, this is sad because we're seeing what Trey's seeing. And Trey sees all this grass right here. And Trey's about to make the perfect throw, right? But unfortunately, boom, the ball gets batted down by an alert defender. Let's run that back and check that play again. Again, he's getting harassed, you guys. And watch McGlinchey. That is such... Okay, so this is why they're going to say McGlinchey did this. They're going to say he did this because it's play action. And so they're going to give him credit. But when you got a guy flexed like in a 9 out here, you got to play it a little bit better than that. So he opened steps, but see how narrow his feet are? Bro, if your feet are that narrow, you're done. Now you're just hanging on for dear life, and Trey has to reroute. These guys don't even have their heads back yet coming out of their breaks, and Trey is already moving. He's getting harassed, does a great job moving out of the pocket, off schedule, sees the right guy to throw to. Unfortunately, this guy jumps, makes a nice play, and gets a hand on the ball, or Trey's got a nice completion right there. Tough, right? Tough, because we love what we're seeing there. He just didn't do the best job. Yeah, I agree. Shifty was on point right there. Trey did a really good job. But Clinchy has to be better. He really does. And you almost want to tell McGlinchey, like, look, you got to start sitting and anchoring down until they run through your chest. You're getting so narrow with your feet. You're like a turnstile, right? Just stand narrow. Stand with your feet together and make somebody push you, and you'll tip over. Now put your feet shoulder width and have somebody push on you. You're not going to tip over. So because he's so tall, he's got to do better with his base. And when you got somebody in a 9 technique like that, it just takes football IQ. So I'm not a McGlinchey hater, but he's got to have better awareness on down and distance. And then look, this guy's in a 9 out here, and he likes to rush the passer. This is play action. I'm going to drop step a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm going to mix up my drop steps. Instead of doing a 1-2-2, I'm going to shift it. I'm going to get into my 1 real quick. But unfortunately, he just, makes simple mistakes. You can tell Trey wasn't trusting what he was seeing, and add to the O-line pressure. It's insane how good he actually played under those circumstances. Yeah, brother. Yeah, agreed. Right. Great job by Trey to give the play a chance. Yeah, because he had no chance in that play, 100%. Love McGlinchey in the run game, but his pass pro has major question marks, 100%. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Especially against a speed rusher, right? And play action. Because when they come in that odd formation, so like in this when you're coming against an odd front, anytime you see like an Okie type front, so let's go to this play here. Let's look. So, okay, that's a pure odd. So this guy, this edge right here, he knows he has that C gap covered. He's got his defensive tackle on a 5 tech. So he knows he's an edge defender. I don't care if they're running the ball. I'm getting upfield just in case they're passing the ball. Does that make sense, you guys? Because they have a 5-man defensive line, these interior gaps are covered. You have the nose playing both A gaps. You have the tackles in the B gap. Well, I don't have a tight end here, so I know I just have the C gap. I'm the forced defender here, so I'm going to get off the ball and set a new edge. McGlinchey's got to know that. He's got to understand that. Does that make sense? And he just doesn't do it. But like you said, Trey did a good job trying to extend the play. The ball gets batted down, or he's got something cooking right there. Maybe Trey does a little pump to get that guy on his feet, then delivers it. That's the type of stuff that he's gonna get better at, right? Gonna get better at as he grows. Just young, 3rd and 9. So tough place to be, right? Tough place to be. And it looks here like the Niners might be in 10 personnel, or it could be 11 if they have a tight end in the slot up there. Yeah, it looks like there's a tight end here in the slot. So 11 personnel, motioning to trips, exotic look, but they're starting to bail. Okay? And they bail off into what looks to be a zone man concept because they went trips. So what they do in that is they man up the bottom of the screen. They're manning up one-on-one up here, and they're playing kind of what turns out to be a zone coverage up top. Oftentimes when you see this, you're looking at like a cover 3 concept. Okay, so let's see how they play it. But you got a single high safety, so typically it's one or 3, right? And they all bail out. So this corner knows he can play on top in this man because he has help underneath. Okay, now let's look at the route concepts. Okay, little bunch trio concept. All right, now this dig, he wants to throw that dig. Now what's up with Trey's feet there? He's not set right. Let's see what we got from a pressure standpoint. Okay, only 4 guys rushing. Trey wants to throw here. If he throws that bullet right there, he's got that. I don't know what he's looking for. I think he kind of double guessed that right there. Maybe he thought that window was too tight. But that's going to be something that he's going to want to, feel more confidence in. As he sets on that hitch step, he's got to deliver that ball. That's open. This is an open window where he can deliver this ball on that in cut. Let's watch this play in full speed. Okay, they give us an exotic look. Why? It's 3rd and 9, right? So a lot of teams will do that. Niners do that as well, so make you think it's a blitz. What it does is it forces the line to honor these guys blitzing. Makes your line blocking schemes very, very vanilla. You could see the wide 9 technique. Okay, they start to drop out. You're thinking, well, they drop out early. He should be able to see that. Well, you want to know why he can't see that? Is because his head's down looking at the ball. So a smart defense is going to wait until his head is looking down at the ball, and that's when they're going to start backing out, right? So when he's in shotgun and his eyes go down, they start to back out. Then he gets the ball, and now they're out. He's like, oh, man, I wanted to throw that there, right? So it makes it difficult on the cue. Now, when he gets to his hitch step on that third, this is where the ball needs to come out. He needs to hit this right here. He didn't. So I gotta say that's really Trey's fault. Okay. Now he makes a little something out of nothing because he's athletic, but that ball is a ball that's got to come out. And again, this is a rookie quarterback. He's going to be able to make that play, but right there, he's got to make that throw. And he has the ability to do so. So on that in cut, he's got to make that throw, or he's got to check it down to juice right here. Right. So one of those throws has to happen. Once he vacates the pocket, you'd like to see him really try to get to that first down, right? This is 3rd down, Trey. You can't dive short. You got to get to the first down. But unfortunately he doesn't. He comes up 2 yards short. So a couple mistakes on that play, but do you guys see how these little mistakes make a big difference? Well, these are little mistakes that a quarterback learns in their first year, right? Let's see. McGlinchey scares me, especially after his injury. I understand. I get it, brother. I think that's why we got to be, encouraged by Jalen Moore, by Burford, right? By School coming back, by Colton McKivitz. The great thing is we do have depth, and we have McGlinchey coming back. But I got the same sentiments, bro. I got the same sentiments. Thanks a lot, Shifty, man. I really appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here. He just ain't trusting it. He will get there. The game will slow down. Exactly, brother. Exactly. And I think some of that comes from the fact that he had guys in his face early and often in this game. So you get a little gun shy. Sometimes you get a little gun shy, and that's a quick window. That's a window that, to be quite honest with you, if we're going to give Jimmy credit, that's a window Jimmy would have hit. That's a window Jimmy would have hit. Jimmy did a great job on in-cutting pass routes. Let's just go back and look at that play one more time. If we're gonna try to break Trey down and really be critical with him, let's be honest, okay? So here we are on 3rd and 9. They motion to trips to the top of the screen, okay? So in this, we got man locked to the backside with a zone scheme. Looks like cover 3 to the top of the field, okay? Now, Trey's eyes are down, so they bail, okay? Right there. This is where Jimmy does a great job hitting these missiles right across the middle of the field, right? Trey has the ability to do this as well. I'm thinking to the Arizona game. He made this throw and it bounced right off of Sanu's chest. So it's not like he can't make this throw. It's just like you said, bro. He just ain't trusting it. He will get there. The game will slow down. You're exactly right. It doesn't seem like his vision is obscured. I see a lane there. I see a lane here. So I don't think there's really any excuse here. He comes off his hitch step. He's got to deliver that pass. And then again, the second component being, after this guy clears this backer, you hit that right there. And then if you take off, bro, it's 3rd and 9. You got to really try to get that first down. You got to know where the marker's at. You can't dive and be 2 yards short. Okay. Simple mistakes, little mistakes, but they make a big difference. Easily learnable for a guy like Trey Lance. 4th down, 4th and 2. What's Shanahan going to do? 11 personnel. tight bunches. We got dual bunches right here. Oftentimes you see this formation, you get crossing routes. So maybe we'll see a shallow cross here. No. What do they do here? This is a outside zone stretch play. They motion Debo into the backfield, okay? And they run stretch to the top of the screen. Now, unfortunately, our guy McGlinchey, who's such a great run blocker, gets beat by Hyder. So instead of getting his head to the outside and be able to post his outside arm, he gets beat by Hyder. You'll see it. Hyder crosses his face. See how Hyder crosses his face right there? He's already beat. What happens, because he's beat right there, Juice has to double right there. So instead of Juice being able to go up and get backer or second level defender, now Juice is doubling right there. So what happens? The guy that Juice is supposed to block makes the play in the alley, and we come up short on fourth down. So our guy McGlinchey, who we love in the run game, fails us here. Nice to have you back, Kerry Hyder. Nice to have you back, bro. So let's see. Shifty says, that Seattle defense is well coached, no doubt about it. Can normally prey on an experienced QB. Exactly. Ken Norton Jr. does a great job mixing up his looks. Seattle's always played good defense regardless of their personnel. Rigged, what's up, bro? Bang, bang, Niner gang. No doubt about it. Jimmy gets it there for sure. Trey will get it down though. 100% agreed. Yeah, no concerns. I think Trey will have that rhythm. No question here too. I see him zipping that in there. And like I said, that same play was ran in the Arizona game. Trey bounces it off Sanu's chest. Catch the ball, Muhammad. Come on, somebody. So this play call, I don't mind this play call. I'll be real with you. I would like to see, when you got a guy like Trey, I want to see maybe move him in the pocket, do a little boot action, right? Give him the opportunity to throw or run the ball. But I can't hate on giving the ball to Debo in this play. This play had a lot of money on it throughout the season for the Niners, but Kerry Hyder does a really good job here of crossing the face of Mike McGlinchey. When he beats him right there, it forces Juice to double there instead of Juice coming and blocking the backer. If McGlinchey posts his outside arm, works his inside arm to the chest, and is able to log that guy and reach him, now we can get Juice up to the second level defender, and Debo's running through that hole. So let's just look at that one more time from the beginning. We'll just play it from the jump here so we can see it. All right, I'm just going to let it roll. You see he gets beat, and that very guy that McGlinchey should have blocked makes the play, okay? So we're in 11 personnel, but we like to hand the ball to Debo, okay? McGlinchey gets beat, forces Juice to have to help, and then Juice's guy makes the play right there. Little things, they make the biggest difference, fellas. Little things make the biggest difference, I tell you, on fourth down. So that's tough, right? That's tough. So as we move to Trey's next possession, little mistakes made big differences, right? Little mistakes are making big differences. Rick said, seen you on Jesse's show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you for being here. Did you ever see Trey get into a rhythm all the games you broke down? If no, imagine how scary it is when I think we saw him get into rhythm in the second half of the Houston game for sure. And I think that, what's interesting about that Niner by nature is Trey is such a cool cucumber, bro. It's not like he's ever really out of rhythm. It's just that there's breakdowns. Now he missed that one for sure. We understand he missed that one, but in this game, there were times when he's getting pressure in his face, balls batted down. There's things that are breaking the rhythm that aren't necessarily Trey. So yeah, he's missed 2 plays in this game, but other than that, man, I've been very, very pleased with what he's done. And even in that play he missed there, he was able to scramble for 7 yards. In the first half play he missed, he just short-armed a throw and it went in the dirt, right? He missed a layup. But with that said, it's not like he's forced any balls or thrown any unnecessary picks. So imagine, bro, it's going to be scary when him and Kyle get on the same page, right? When they're seeing the game the same way, when Kyle trusts him to make all the throws and gives him an offense that more, is similar to what maybe a Matt Ryan would have ran or a Maybe even, you know, even Jimmy, like just give him Jimmy's offense, right? It's not like we're asking for too much here. And so let's see what we got here. Sometimes I'm trying to get the, yeah. So what happens oftentimes is NFL Game Pass will kick me off after a certain amount of time. But yeah, please Debo that like button, would you guys? And we're gonna finish this game up. I gotta go back here and get to where we were. I'll do that quickly for you guys. And if you have any questions, let me know what's up. I think that you know, we have to be encouraged what we've seen from the Niners. It's tough to it's tough to be able to. All right, so this is the next drive. I found it for you guys. It's tough to be able to come in at halftime without preparing with the first team offense all week, and you know. So with that said, we're encouraged. We're encouraged by what Trey did, and you know, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is great. I mean, for him to be able to play a real regular season games against Seattle, Arizona, and Houston, let's go. You know, let's go. All right, so the Niners come out in 11 personnel. We got a tight end and looks like juice in the backfield here. 1st and 10 from our 20. And Trey's running for his life. Right off the bat, Trey's running for his life, family. And what's sad is they're only rushing 4. But our boy Hyder gets to work on Brunskill. Hyder is working on Brunskill here and just give him the business, and Trey's got to step up. Now, you'll say, why didn't he get rid of the ball? Well, there's sticky. They are sticky, okay? Now, watch where he sets his feet here, okay? We're sticky here. We're here. Okay, he's trying to come to this second read. If he throws that there, he's going to come off and make that play. Now, could he drill that slant in there? Maybe, but DJ Reed is in a good position, top shoulder right there. I don't know, so I'm kind of seeing what Trey's seeing. By the time he tries to get to his second or third read, everybody's sticky, and he's running for his life because Hyder beats Brunskill. So now he's running for his life. Oh, my goodness. Is that Benjamin? Is that Benjamin? Who was that? Look at this. So he's sitting right here. Trey vacates. And what are you doing? You're sitting in a vacated zone. Sit it down. Trey throws the ball and he starts running away. Oh, Lord have mercy. So the ball hits the dirt. Again, that's just not being on the same page. We're not preparing all week. That could have been Ayuk. I'm not exactly sure who that is. But what is he doing? Do you guys see that? It's like he thinks he's going into a scramble drill, but man, you're sitting in a vacated zone. Just sit it down and don't turn your back to the quarterback. So right here, right? He's sitting in a vacated zone. Trey's starting to vacate. Scramble drills, usually receivers will take their routes to the outside or they'll sit in a zone, right? As long as it's on this side of the hash. But what's interesting is he turns his back. He's turning his back to the quarterback. I'm sure you heard about that. You never turn your back. Look at that. He's literally running away from Trey as Trey's trying to throw him the ball in that wide open window. Right? Come on. Jeez. I think that's Benjamin. I can't tell. Is he getting the balls batted down due to his eye discipline? Some of it is that. But to be honest with you, some of it is also because our offensive line is just getting abused. But it's not only his eye discipline, but him finding the lanes, the passing lanes. It's, the other thing I want to stress is understanding rushing lanes, right? Niner by nature, understanding the defense's rushing lanes. When he sees more of these rushing lanes, he's going to understand how these ET stunts work, these loops work with defensive linemen, and he's going to start to position his feet, his body, his eyes, and his throwing lane off of the rushing lanes. So some of that does come into play for sure, bro. No question. Good call. Why do you think Trey's getting so much hate, hence Lombardo and others, bro? Because nobody has anything better to talk about and they want likes, right? Or maybe they're trying to take some pressure off Debo. Maybe they're trying to take some pressure off the Debo drama, bro, and they're throwing Trey out there, right? So let's stop talking about Debo. Hey, let's say something about Trey, would you? Say something about somebody else. Let's bring up some nonsense to take some pressure off Debo. I don't know, bro, but it's nonsense. It's hogwash. It's nada, right? It's a lot of nada. That's what it is. Just a whole bunch of nothing. So, anyways, Trey tries to deliver that ball off schedule, and his guy turned around and started running into nowhere, and that is just nonsense right there. So you guys saw that. We broke that down. I can't take any more of it. I can't take any more of it. First down. It looks like they may have got a holding call on that play. So Niners get a first down. Defensive holding, I believe. And here, this is nice. This is rhythm, right? You get to your back foot. This is a quick game. This is age-old slant flat concept. We got a spot. We got a slant. We got a flat. Age-old West Coast offense. Bill Walsh, Mike Shanahan gets the ball out, delivers a strike. Hey, that's clean as a whistle. That's clean as a whistle right there. So watch Trey's feet. Hitch. Bah! Delivers that ball. Real nice play. Real nice play. Quick read off the quick game. And I like seeing some quick game concepts. We haven't seen very many quick game concepts from Kyle with Trey. So I like it. Looks like we have 11 personnel here. Trips to the bottom of the screen. 1st and 10. Okay, they're rushing 4. Trey does a nice job setting that up off the screen. Okay, we'd like to see, if that's maybe a guy like Elijah Mitchell, he might be able to get loose on that, right? But this is a nice play call by Kyle. Trey does a good job selling it downfield and then delivers the screen before he gets buried. And Juice does a real good job getting to the first down marker at least. And we have another first down. We're moving. We got some rhythm. There's that rhythm, brother. There's that rhythm. Hey, Shifty, thanks, bud. I appreciate you, man, for being here. Yes, please come back. Please come back and jump on. Feel free to jump in the chat with me. Break it down whatever you want, Shifty, bro. Nothing but love for you, brother. Nothing but love. So we got 1st and 10. We got 1st and 10. We're moving. We're moving the ball here. Oh, okay. So we got a double post concept. We're looking to stretch the field here. 2 shell. It looks like they're running pure cover 2 here. So what you'd like to see is this dig come open. Because this shell is real high. But once again, Trey's running for his life. So because they're running this guy vertical as a splitter, what happens is this guy gets carried. And we can open this. This will open up right underneath here. But Trey's already running for his life because McGlinchey's getting beat right here. Isn't that frustrating? Let's watch that. Look, they're walking on the field. They're still beating us. But we got Dunlap up top here. Oh, my God. Oh, wait. It was Brunskill. Okay. So Brunskill's getting beat. Yeah. That's a tough one. When Trey steps up in the pocket like that and it's an open area, you almost want to see him reset his feet. So as he steps up right there, he might be able to reset his feet and hit that. Or hit that. What he does is he kind of pumps to that and then runs. See that? He pumps to that and runs. But you're not fooling Bobby Wagner. You're just not fooling Bobby Wag. One heck of a football player. Niners come out in 11 personnel. Trips to the top of screen. Juice in the backfield. Nice Shifty. Much love to you, bro. Niner by Nature's in the house, man. I got a meme for you, bro. I got a meme, brother. If you could, I don't know if you can get in the private chat or email me. Could you email me, bro? I got my email in my about section. I want to give you a meme, bro. I want to give you a meme. So, were you talking about the last play? Let's look, brother. Let's look. Yeah, so when they're running that cover 2 shell, when this guy takes this off, then the dig's going to come open. But unfortunately, he's not able to really set his feet like he wants to. He's got to move because he gets beat. So now he's moving, right? And he's maybe a little nervous to throw that ball on the move because if it sails, it's picked. So he fakes there and runs. I'd like to see him reset his feet and throw the ball. But if he resets his feet, he's afraid he's going to get tackled from the backside because he knows that Brunskill got beat. So it's one of those like, like it's a tough one. What you'd like to see is your offensive line give your quarterback the protection he needs. But early on in the year, I mean, I'll be quite honest. Even Jimmy wasn't getting the protection that he needed. So I can't really complain. It just is what it is. Let's see if we can get another play here. So 2nd and 3, where are we at here? 2nd and 3. How could we be at 2nd and 3? All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. 11 personnel, steps up in the pocket, and he gets 7 yards. Hey, that's something that Jimmy can't do when a play breaks down, right? That's something Jimmy can't do when a play breaks down. We'd like to see better protection. We do, bro. Yeah. They played poor. They got better as the year went along, but they played really poor. The continuity lacked at the beginning of the year with that offensive line. There's no question. They played spotty football. I noticed that. Just thinking back, I remember thinking that. 11 personnel, trips to the top of the screen, little Trey. Bad snap. Trey gets it with one hand like a G. And they're running a double end concept. And Trey does a nice job there. See, that's kind of what we were looking for in the last play, where he reestablishes. So once again, we're getting pressure on Trey as he's trying to set up. This time it's McGlinchey. What does Trey do? Steps up, beats the rush, reestablishes, checks it down, delivers a strike, and gets a first down. Hey, I'm seeing that rhythm, Niner by nature. I'm seeing that rhythm, right? I'm seeing a rhythm develop here. But what's sad, bro, is how often our offensive line is just getting beat, bro. Goodness. Come on. We got to be better than that. This is the bottom line. We do need better O-line play. Hopefully with the competition and the athleticism that we've got will help us with that. So we got another 1st and 10, brother. 1st and 10. Niners are in 11 personnel. Interesting that Juice has been the running back a lot of these times. But what that tells you is typically it's not going to be a run. Like you're kind of teeing the defense. If it's going to be a run, it's going to be Trey running the ball. Sometimes you're kind of telling the defense what you're doing, right? I don't necessarily like that. But nonetheless, Trey drops back. They're working a double dig concept, and Trey does a nice job running the football. Unfortunately, I think we got a hold on us, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see we got flat dig concepts. Trey's trying to look for a dig here. He wants some serious money. Probably could have got the ball down to these flats. But McGlinchey raises his hand up in the air like, I didn't hold him, I promise. I didn't hold him, what? And so as soon as he admitted he holded him, what do? They throw the flag. It's like, come on, McGlinchey. Jeez, you just get beat and now you're holding the guy? Niner by nature, bro. We need that better old... Oh, okay, cool, bro. I don't see it. I don't see your email in there. I don't see your email, bro. Oh, Niner by Nature is your email? At what, Gmail? Niner by Nature 88 at Gmail? Is that what it is? See me with the thumbs up if that's what it is. Brah! I gotta send you this. Bro, so you can slap it everywhere. Because I made a meme with you in mind, bro. So let's see here. 11 personnel. We're looking at 1st and 20. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, McGlinchey. Where's Iggy, bro? I need Iggy to be my hater, like my sidekick hater here. All right. 1st and 20. Once again, we're looking for a dig concept. What I don't like about this is we ran the same route the play before. I don't mind running these route concepts, but we ran it the play before. So you know that the defense has got a beat on it, right? With that said, Trey throws a very accurate ball, but this guy's got a beat on that play, man. He has got a beat on it. And so he's able to break that up. And then dance about it. But Diggs and, he's a quality free safety, strong safety hybrid. Adams is good too. They got some really good safeties, or they did. I think Diggs is gone now. I think he went to the Jets, didn't he? I forget. But with that said, they ran that route concept, brother, to the top of that screen. Both plays, bro. Yeah, real strong pocket presence. Real strong pocket presence there. 2nd and 20 here. 2nd and 20. Let's see what we get. 2nd and 20. We got 11 personnel, but a tight end in the backfield with juice. 2 wide receivers to the top. Okay, looks like decent pass protection. Did we catch it? Did we catch it? Tell me we caught that. Tell me we caught that. We needed that. Tell me we caught that. Now, on this play, I want to see his feet to see if... See, that stride is a little long. That stride is a little long. Okay? And what happens is when you overstride like that, you can't follow through. You can't follow through. So what happens? The ball comes a little short. Nonetheless, he got it. He got it there for a completion. So that's important. I mean, a completion is a completion. We'll take it. So now on a 2nd and 20, we go to 3rd and 8. We got a little rhythm going. We got a little rhythm, my man. Right? I can't hate. We got some rhythm. What's it say here? No, YouTube doesn't let me place my email in the chat. I'm going to get your email from your about section. Perfect, brother. Sounds good. And I'm going to email you as soon as I'm done with this, because I want you to have that meme. I made a couple variations of it, but let's see here. So 3rd and 8, 2nd and 20, 3rd and 8. He hits Debo. Hey, it's a completion. That's what's most important, right? Could have been a better ball, overstrided. Nonetheless, this is little stuff that the little things make a big difference. He's going to get a lot better at. So 3rd and 8. Let's see what we got. 11 personnel. And let's see what we got. 11 personnel. Dual formation. Ooh, okay, yeah. And what's he looking at here? That's a nice ball delivered on time. So they come out in a 2 high. He sees he has leverage here. See how he has that? And he knows what he's got is a little hitch. So he's just going to get that ball out. He has 2 options here. He can go there or he can go there. But both of those are smart decisions. He gets the ball out quick and Sanu falls forward. Nice. I don't know why Sanu went down because I don't think anybody hit him. But nonetheless, 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Man, this second or 3rd, 4th down, they've went for it with Trey. What do we got for personnel here? Looks like we have 11 personnel. Yeah, Kittle's at tight end. And oh my goodness. What is going on? Not in my nature, bro. How in the world? So I think this is a design quarterback run. I don't think they're running G read. Looks like they're blocking this guy. I think what's supposed to happen is it's supposed to be a fake and a follow. But instead of him following, he starts to run. So they're more on an equal level because the timing was off. Nonetheless, it's 4th and 1. And Seattle comes out in a wide 9. Okay, sounds good to me. Kyle, maybe you need to run this formation a little bit more, bro. I mean, that's a nice play call on 4th and 1, and easy money right there, bro. Yeah, the snap was messed up. The timing was off. I think Alex Mack was like me, bro. He's like, they're really running this. Like he's like, we got to get this off before they change their defense. Like, so this is the last play here. And then the timing is definitely off on this snap, but bounces off Trey's head. Alex is like, yo, I'm snapping the ball. We got to go. They were out of position. And they get some easy money. Wow. It's hard to believe that they were in that defense on 4th and 1, right? That's easy money. Nonetheless, we're at Oh, okay. So wait. We got a penalty. We got a penalty and offsides on that. We must have got a false start on that. So now it's 4th and 6, and we're going for it. 4th and 6 here. We're going for it. Whoo! Lord have mercy. So what we thought was easy money in a first down is now 4th and 6. We have 11 personnel. We got, it looks like Kittle in the slot, Juice in the backfield, dual formation, and they're running little three triangle concept here. Okay, he could go to with the out here, this little in cut, and he hits that in cut, and that's a first down if I'm not mistaken. That's a first down. We got rhythm going here, Niner by nature. We got rhythm, bro. Now this, what I like is he hits that right when he clears underneath that window. So as soon as he clears underneath the window, he hits it. Now what I also like is he kind of puts the ball on the backside hip. So by the time the safety gets there, the ball's secured. First down. I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. I like that. Trey Lance, way to get us a first down right there. 1st and 10. We got rhythm, naughty. I called you naughty, but you're Niner by nature. You're not down with OPP, right? You're down with TDP, bro. You're down with Ty Davis Price. You down with TDP? Oh, bro. Hey, I don't even know how old you are, bro, but that's old school naughty by nature. OPP, you remember that? Old school hip hop. Yeah, that's a nice ball by Trey for sure. That's clean. That's clean. You know, some people say it isn't perfect, but on in-cutting routes, Bill Walsh used to say put it on the backside hip so the ball isn't out in front of the receiver where the defender can bat it away and it's protected. A little high, if I was to judge. A little high, but it was catchable ball. Nice ball. First down, we got motion to the bottom of the screen. Trey's running for his life again. All right. So, motion to dual formation, 11 personnel, 1st and 10 on the 21. And, man, they ran this earlier. So we got 2 digs and 2 outs, right? And then kind of a sitter, what you would call, if you went vertical more, it'd be a splitter. But he just gets rid of the ball to the flat. Not the most sophisticated concepts. What they're trying to do is catch him in cover 2 and make this guy carry so it opens up the flat. But Trey wants to set his feet and be able to hit it, but he's running. He's not in a position to throw because of the pressure. His offensive linemen are in his lap. Let's just watch this whole thing play out. That's Kerry Hyder there. Kerry Hyder getting to the quarterback, and so he gets rid of the ball. I don't like the play call as much. Not the best protection. And sometimes Trey's just going to have to take what he can get, quickly get the ball out in the quick game stuff, especially when he sees softer coverage and 2 shells. It's just, again, this is familiarity with concepts, getting timing down with his teammates during the week, having that whole week to prepare makes a big deal. All right, bro. So you probably don't know about naughty by nature, or do you, bro? You're Niner by nature, bro. So you got to know about naughty by nature, bro. You got to know. So let's check this out. 11 personnel, little bunch, dual concept, dual formation. And here we're running that splitter, bro. We got a splitter. So you see the 2 shell? And I've been waiting for this. I just called it last play. We're running a splitter. Let's see where this ball goes. Yeah! Oh, he dropped it. I don't remember this game. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember this game as far as how it completely played out. This is the first time I've been breaking this one down. So Kittle motions to the bottom of the screen from trips. We got a 2 shell. It looks like they're playing pure cover 2 by the stance of the corners. So this is a pure cover 2. So what happens here is their middle linebacker, good old 54, has kind of got his feet in cement, and Kittle's able to carry right over the top of him and split that defense. So that's what they call a splitter. And Trey does that, just puts the ball right on him. But, you know, Adams and Diggs make up for a lot of ground real fast. Now, you could say, well, that ball needs to be lower, maybe a little bit lower, right? Well, if you throw low over the middle, because watch, as soon as he clears Wagner, Now Wagner can jump up and bat a ball down. So he doesn't want this ball to be too low or else it's going to be picked or hit. So when we're splitting, we're running a splitter into that cover two, I mean, this is a pretty doggone good ball. If Kittle's able to catch that and bring it down, that'd be real nice. The good thing about this play is Trey makes the right read. He sees the cover two, he sees the splitter clear, and he delivers the ball on time. So with all that said, we'd like to see Jorge bring that ball down. But I mean, come on. Right? It's nice. Now let's go back and look at all the other route concepts like you're bringing up. The thing is so this dig is coming underneath, but see how he's sitting here? That makes it tough. So if he wants to hit that dig, he's got to hit it now. But instead of hitting that dig now, he sees that open, right? So that's his number one read. This would be his number two. If he was carrying that, then he would hit the dig. Does that make sense, brother? So if the middle linebacker carries the splitter, then that dig comes wide open. That middle linebacker's not there. But because the linebacker sits, now he throws the splitter. He makes the right read. Unfortunately, Kittle kind of, after he catches it, keeps the ball up instead of bringing it down. But nice read, sets his feet, throws the right ball, and those safeties, bro, they make plays. Those safeties make plays. Diggs and Adams are really good players. So 3rd and 10 here. Looks like I can't tell. Was that a running back motioning out of the backfield? Yeah, so that's true. So we're still in 11 personnel, but we go to empty. We got a tight end down here in the slot. Juice up to the top. So empty formation. And what do we got here? Oh, so double slant concept, and he just airmails that one. So what he's seeing here is leverage. He sees a big window here. He sees 1, 2, 3 for 1, 2, 3. And then he sees 1 window 2. And what he's thinking here is that this guy's going to pull this backer and I'm going to be able to get my slant. But man, these safeties, they do a lot of moving. And he comes down hard. Oh, so what they're doing actually is they're baiting that. So he actually should have went to Kittle here, right? He should have went to Kittle there instead. That's tough, though. I mean, it's really tough because it's so quick. It's almost like Kittle should have went flatter with his route here and had his head around a little bit more. But nonetheless, that ball is high. See how high that ball is? So let's check out Trey's feet on this play. And I like double slant concepts to the 2 receiver side. When you have 3 receivers to the top of the field, you're always working a quick game, typically on the bottom side, right? And a double slant is a nice concept to work against the bottom half of the field versus empty. A lot of quick game concepts, right? You could run a slant and an arrow, right? Or you could run a fade and an out. But any 2-man concept here, the quick ones are nice. Unfortunately, he just kind of airmails that one. So let's go back and look at that play one last time. If we could here. So it looks like his feet, we're going to be able to tell right here. Let's check out his feet. One. Okay, so a little hesitancy off the hitch. You notice that double step off that hitch? Watch his back foot. See that? Yeah. For some reason, he doesn't come over his front foot, kind of like you'd like it to see him do. I think his feet are going to get better with Greasy because Greasy was a technician. Greasy had to be really good in the fundamentals because he wasn't very good athletically. So I think it doesn't really follow through. He's high. He's kind of leaned back. When you're trying to drive that ball down, you got to come over your left shoulder. You got to come over that, down into that. So the ball sails. And some of Trey's passes sail. That would be the one concern I have. Very fixable. Very fixable. It's going to take reps. It's going to take timing. I think Greasy is a perfect guy to get in there. A guy that had tremendous fundamentals and limited talent is going to be able to really drill Trey to make sure that his fundamentals are on point. So here we are, you guys, at 4th and 10. 4th and 10. Come on, man. Man, no wonder it's so confusing for Trey. He will be ready this year. Yeah, bro. You know, I mean, he's this. We got to remember that going against a secondary like this, that secondary was good. Their linebackers are good. They kind of struggled up front defensively in some aspects, although not against us. But he's making a lot of the right reads. Sometimes the receiver drops a ball. Sometimes a ball gets batted, or sometimes every once in a while he kind of airmails a ball. That's to be expected for such a young kid. You got to think of it like this. Pickett was the first quarterback taken this year by Pittsburgh, right? As a rookie, and he's a year older than Trey right now. And Trey's already got a year of NFL experience. So I think we can be encouraged, brother. I think we can be encouraged that he's going to be ready this year. 4th and 10. Interesting, the Niners are going with 11 personnel. We got wide 9 here from the defense. And it looks like they're playing quarters. Okay, so we're going to see what they got here. Defense. Okay, so we're running like a bunch vertical. Jeez, man. These route concepts are tough. Of course, McGlinchey's getting beat. Trey buys time. Let's go. Let's go. 5. That's what I'm saying. He reminds me of Russell. You know what I mean? Because he makes plays when the plays break down. This is a 4th down. Come on, somebody. Yeah, I think so, bro. Like 22 or tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. He's younger than the rookie, bro. He's younger than these rookies, man. And he's got a year of NFL experience underneath him. You got to love that. You know, Jimmy had his faults, but the fact he was able to watch Jimmy prepare is great because, you know, Jimmy watched Tom Brady prepare for a long time. And to be able to go through that playoff run and watch and learn vicariously, so big, bro. I mean, this is just big. But man, I don't really like these route concepts that we're getting in this play. But Trey takes off, bro. Yeesh! And gets the first down. Come on, somebody. Let's go. Man, that's nice. We talked about rhythm, bro. We talked about Trey getting rhythm. I feel it in this drive. I feel a lot of rhythm. Let's watch this play develop in real time. Gets the bad snap with one hand. Nice job moving in the pocket. Are you kidding me? What a play. That is Russell Wilson-esque right there. Watch, he gets the snap with one hand. It's a bad snap. Ask me why it's a bad snap. I have no idea. You have nobody around you, Alex Mack. Gets to his back foot, and McGlinchey's already beat. Steps up, has to move to his right. Nobody's open. You're not open. You're not open. You're coming open over this defender, but still not open. Now he's moving up in the pocket and does a great job getting the first down. Absolutely tremendous job, right? Bro, you said he hit an R1 and an R2? Yeah, bro, he did, huh? Man, then he hit that little turbo. You got that little boost button. Man, that's funny. Trips to the bottom of the screen, 11 personnel. When they motion out like this, oftentimes what they'll do is run a quarterback draw. I'm not sure if they do that on this play, but when they motion to quads, they either like to throw a screen to that or they'll run the quarterback draw. Let's see what we got here. There's the screen. Okay, so I like how he gets the ball out quick. Cut it back. There you go. Get down. Go ahead, Debo. Touchdown, Niners. Let's go, somebody. There's the rhythm we want to see. There's a drive, a good mix of play calls. Kyle was forced to trust Trey on this drive. He was forced to give him the keys and let him throw the ball, not play so conservative, not run so many zone reads. And I like what Trey did. Was he perfect? No. But I like a lot of what he did. He kept the drive extended. This is a long drive. I don't know exactly how many plays, but it's been like over 10 play drive here, which is very encouraging, right? So motion to the bottom of the screen. He's got numbers. See how he sees the 3 for 3 with a trailer? So he's like, I got to get that out now. He grips, rips, gets the ball to Debo. Good blocking on the outside. Debo cuts it in, puts his head down, and does what Debo does and gets the 6. Ooh, I like that. Nice little play. Well done. Well done. Nice drive overall. We're going for 2 here. This is late in the game, and we run a quarterback power play, and Trey does a real nice job. That's Cam Newton-esque right there. So this is a G power play where we're getting the kick by the fullback, and the guard's going to pull around and get backer. Offensive line does a real sound job, and that's a walk-in. G power, quarterback power play. You gotta like it, right? I mean, that's a solid drive. I want to look real quick and see real quickly how many plays that drive was. As we look at that drive was a 17-play drive. 17 plays, bro. I mean, to be able to go on a 17-play drive is very, very encouraging. I mean, that's a big, big drive. And that's the last drive of the game for Trey. I'll pull up what we saw just real quick here for you guys to see. Pull up. It was a 28-21 game. Trey came in at half, did a nice job. 2 touchdowns on the board. As you can see, we only scored 7 points in the first half with Jimmy. In the second half, we scored 14 points with Trey. Interesting. Even though he didn't have all week to prepare, he outscores Jimmy. Trey almost beats Arizona. Jimmy gets routed by Arizona. Interesting. 28-21. Let's look at the stats. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek. Russ Wilson does what he does. Let's look at the stats here. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Trey. So it's so funny to hear people talk smack about Trey Lance. Look at what he does. He comes in, throws the ball 5 less times, has basically the same amount of yardage, but 2 touchdowns and no picks. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Real close games, right? Close games. Close games. He's in those games. But bro, look at this. He basically throws for the same yardage on 5 less attempts and doesn't throw a pick like Jimmy. And he has 2 touchdowns. Jimmy only had 1. Oh, and he ran the ball on a 6-yard average 7 times for 41 yards. Right? Come on, y'all. Look. We're looking at passing and rushing, and Trey Lance's name is in both of them. 2 touchdowns, 6-yard average. He led the team in rushing yard average. I mean, it's just, we know what's up. Niner by nature. We know what's up. We know who this kid is. We know the deal. Well, this has been a fun breakdown. I didn't really know what to expect. But going back and looking at this game, I'm excited. I'm excited. The small mistakes that Trey made are very fixable. You pointed out some stuff, Niner by nature. Shifty was pointing out some stuff. It's very correctable. Getting a guy like Brian Greasy in there to work on his feet, to work on his mechanics, to work on his eyes, just follow through, finishing every rep the same way, making sure that you are dialed in mentally, physically, every play. It's a little bit different in the NFL than coming from North Dakota State. And man, I'm just intrigued. I'm really intrigued. It's exciting because I don't know that I'd want any other quarterback. If you had to pick a young quarterback right now in the NFL, I want Trey Lance. I think that he's got the makeup to be very, very special. So, man, with that said, brother, hey, get my email, hit me email, because I'm going to send you this picture I made right now, bro. So thank you for joining me, bro. Thank you for everybody that's been here. Man, go Niners. God bless you.